Hello world, good day and good game to you all. Here we are again with all the things that were not mentioned in the Hotfix 1.2.22 and some things that were mentioned but are a little bit confusing maybe, like this one here. It was nice to read that Valby and other Descendants got their movement speed optimized, but the only one really winning is Bunny here. Just keep in mind that if you have sprint speed on your weapon with the cores, this does not apply to Valby because Valby just has movement speed when you're on the waterway. But Bunny has sprint speed. Bunny is sprinting all the time as her skill describes it, so that is where you can benefit from the weapon cores. Another thing that was a little bit confusing to me is that Gley increases the critical hit chance of a weapon when you activate her ultimate. And I don't mean for the Super Senses module, as we will see right now. I have no module equipped, but still the critical hit rate of the weapon gets 25% critical hit chance added on top. That's not in the patch notes and that didn't happen before. And Enzo also has one thing that was not in the patch notes or not described that well. The patch notes say that you can increase the firearm critical hit rate by 0.2% of max shield, but the limit is at 70%, or more to say 35,000 shield. Anything above 35,000 shield is wasted for the critical hit rate. Also you can see and feel how the movement speed of the dog seems to be increased, but how about the range? In some old video I tested if the pickup range increases when you use the right external components, so I had something to compare and using Kingsguard lens for measuring. So what I've seen is that the range went up from almost 6 meter pickup to something like 15 meter pickup range almost. And just one thought about this removal here, at the end of the season we get medals for being the best in those leaderboards, right? But now they removed this one here, so does this affect anyone? Is this now deleted medals for people that were on this leaderboard? I don't know. And as you know from the patch notes, the Void Erosion Purge got reduced from 30 stages to 10 stages, and after a few runs it already seems like the drop rates have changed, they have been lowered. But I think it's okay that we do not get so much Core 5 or Core 6 or Core Tier 7, because we are interested in the high cores anyway. And the drop rates for the high cores from the bosses doesn't seem to change. You should always get 15 times Core Tier 7, 11 times Core Tier 8, 7 times Core Tier 9 and 4 times Core Tier 10, just like before, but also you have a 16% chance to double one of these numbers. After running a couple of 400% missions, you can see that the boss always drops 3 times Core Tier 4, and any other enemy, champions, normal enemies, elite enemies, have something like a 0.5% chance to add another Core Tier 4. And you surely will end up with hundreds and thousands of Core Tier 2, which has a drop chance of almost 7%. I still have to run so much more 400% for an even better number, but this is very close I think. Same for Massacre. After a few runs you see that the boss drops 3 times Core Tier 5, that's what he always does. And for any other enemy like Elite, Champion or the normal enemies, I see a chance of something like 0.4% currently. This is after almost 50 runs in Massacre for Core Tier 5, and the highest chance is around about 6% for Core Tier 3 from any enemy except the bosses of course. In the next days I run those missions a lot more to get even better numbers out of it, but I think those numbers are pretty close after 50 runs. Another thing that I like to mention is that the tokens that you earn right now will go into the next season. Usually the tokens are removed with the end of the season, but as you see, the season begins on August the 7th, but the patch notes say something like the 13th of August. So this makes it obvious that the tokens remain also for the next season and won't be resetted. And you may have already seen that we got some nice loading screens, no matter if you go into Albion or into the lab. There are some new login screens all around the pool and the celebration. And also don't forget to use the claw machine on the website and claim the new chest attachment. There are so much more things that I want to test, but I think that I will wait for the bug fixes because, for example, the ascending armory components do not work, you don't get any bullets on reload. So let's wait for those bug fixes and then we can look at more detailed drop rates. Until then, have fun with the update, good luck, good game, goodbye.